Am I the a-hole for telling my fiancée her wedding dress choice is way too extravagant and suggesting alternatives? I'm 38M and my fiancée is 27F. We are getting married in July of this year, the venue is booked and the wedding is pretty much sorted. Emma has been researching dresses and has a little scrapbook of lots of dresses she likes for ideas but is now looking to buy. All that's left to get is the bridesmaid dresses and her wedding dress. We jointly put aside $10K each for the wedding. Everything is paid and we have $6K left over, which I think could go towards the honeymoon on top of the honeymoon fund we already had. We aren't the extravagant type at all. Then comes the time for Emma to pick her dress. I know everything is more expensive when it has the term wedding attached to it. What I wasn't expecting was a $950 dress plus $120 veil. I'm using my dad's old tux he used for his wedding to my mom, just had it taken in a little. Emma can't use her mom's dress as her and her mom both say the style hasn't aged well, which is fair. I had a quick Google around at dresses online and there were so many. And so many just like the one Emma wants for like $50 to $100. I'm not trying to get her to cheap out on her dress, but she will literally wear it once. One dress for over $1,000 is just insane. That would fund our honeymoon. I tried to show her some dresses I found on a recommended app called Wish and others on websites, but she was having none of it. She is very slender but apparently wants it specially fitted. It turned nasty unfortunately because I said I refused to drop such a large amount of money on a dress and she argued that she is using her own money for the dress. Which isn't strictly true as we ain't about to marry and our finances will be joined. Then her mom had to get involved. They offered to pay for the dress, but it's not a case of not being able to afford it. It's a dress. There are identical ones online at a fraction of the cost. I thought she would be ecstatic to learn there are identical dresses for a fraction of the cost, but she was really angry and upset. Am I the a-hole here? Is there something I am seriously missing? Because after we argued about the dress, Emma has been extremely cold towards me. Then yesterday she said if I want her to cheap out on her wedding dress on her wedding day that she needs to really consider if we are a good match for marriage. I'm blown away that she would say that over a dress. I told her she's like a toddler throwing a tantrum over a sparkly toy she can't have. That was a mistake as she left to stay with her parents, who called to tell me I am much more than an asshole. Am I? TLDR, fiancé can get similar dress for around $100 with shipping online but wants to blow over $1,000 at a local wedding dress boutique AITA for saying to get a cheaper one online. Edit. Emma found this thread. It was a mistake to post here and I'm sorry I posted our problems on Reddit. The top replies from op comment 1, but the gowns I found on Wish looked very professionally made. And very similar to the one she's picked. Comment 2, I mentioned the second-hand wedding dress store and she said no without even going to take a look. Comment 3, that's not fair. I would never tell her what to wear. She can wear what she wants. It is the absurd price that I am against. Comment 4, see, I can definitely understand caring about the quality of a dress if it's a work dress or a regularly worn formal dress. I think what everyone's missing is that this will be worn for one day only. Relevant comments. Commenter 1, Emma. Ask yourself if your fiancé's behavior here is a one-off. There are some concerning things here. 1. His insistence on controlling your purchase, made with your money, even if it's funded by your parents. Is he controlling in other ways? Has he ever been insistent on you spending your time and money only in ways he approves of? And does he usually lash out when you don't do what he wants? 2. The way he's resorting to name-calling because you wouldn't capitulate to his demands, calling you a toddler throwing a tantrum, instead of communicating with you respectfully. This is made especially worse by the fact that his demands are unreasonable and stem from a fundamental ignorance about the subject, wedding gown cost, what knockoffs are and why they're a bad idea, etc., and that he's shutting down your attempts to educate him. Does he normally communicate with you openly and respectfully? Does he normally get angry and verbally attack you when you disagree with him? Are you normally able to have conversations with him on difficult topics that are calm, respectful, and productive, even when you disagree? Maybe you're both cracking under wedding planning strain, and this is an out-of-character moment that you can work through, but maybe this is pointing to a larger pattern. Proceed with caution. Remember you're about to enter into a pretty intense legal and social contract with this man, and that you're signing up for a lifetime of conflict resolution with this person in particular. The way you both approach disagreement and handle conflict now reflects how you'll be likely to continue to do so going forward. Now may be the time to double-check with yourself if this is the right move. Edit. After reading through the comments, I would also encourage you to look at his behavior here, on this Reddit post. His response to new information is not to take it on board and process it, but to double down, plug his fingers in his ears, close his eyes, and refuse to listen. The lengths he'll go to avoid admitting he was mistaken are a bit troubling. It may also be worth asking yourself if there's a reason someone who is so insistent on always being right may have for seeking out a partner who's a decade younger. I'm wishing you all the best, and I hope this works out for you. I thought I would have a look through the comments to see if anything explained why Emma has blocked me and her phone is ringing through to voicemail. I seriously can't believe people started a witch hunt over a dress. I watched some YouTube videos of Wish wedding dresses, and yes, Wish are trash, I get it. I was wrong about that site. But to end up blocked because you have all told her I am abusive and manipulative is just vile. I called her parents' house and the line's off the hook, so if you see this, Emma, call me, please. I won't shout. I won't get mad, I just want to end this crap. Get whatever dress you want, I see that I was wrong, I'm sorry. Spelling's bad, had some whiskey, can you blame me after this? Same commenter, edit 2, based on Josh's newest comment about you blocking him on Messenger, it sounds like you're taking some time and space to think things over. I think that's a really good move. There's a quiz from the Love is Respect project that may help clarify your thinking about whether this is a healthy, nurturing relationship. I hope everything turns out well for you, Emma, whatever you decide to do. There's a whole community of people here rooting for you to be happy. Edit 3. It looks like Op has been banned from AITA. He just sent me a furious, invective-filled private message blaming the sub for what's happening in his personal relationship and reiterating that abusive behavior is normal and fine, so I guess he's learned nothing. According to the private message, Emma's dad just called him and chewed him out, so it sounds like at least she has a strong familial support system. Transcript of the private message. Op, I'm now banned from AITA and good fucking riddance. Her dad just called to cuss me the fuck out. Can you believe I've been trying to not fucking cuss so I don't get banned so I can at least defend myself, then banned for no reason. I live in the real world where when people are angry they yell, they save money where they can and they don't fucking run away and block you. Fuck this, fuck it all, and fuck Emma for believing strangers on the internet over her fiancé of 2 fucking years. Commenter 2, Emma, if you see this, run for the fucking hills. Men who are almost 40 marry 27-year-olds often because they are manipulative and going to pull shit a woman his age won't put up with. He is too old for you. You are seeing signs of this behavior now. $950 for a wedding dress ain't shit. He is already trying to control and manipulate you and your finances, and you aren't even married yet. Don't go through with it. Op, you are a massive asshole and she shouldn't marry you. Op, wow, thanks, seriously. She has been keeping up with this thread because she told me not to take it down. She wanted to read the replies, and now she's blocked me on Messenger and my calls go to voicemail, so thanks a lot. Everyone couldn't have left it at AITA. Legitimately out for blood, mob mentality if ever I saw it. The fiancé's side. Post titled, My fiancé of 1.5 years, he has humiliated me just a few months before our wedding over my dress and I don't know what to do. I will change the name despite his inability to do the same. I don't really care if he sees this, but he isn't sub to relationships. I literally don't know where to start. My fiancé will call Greg. I don't know what came over him. It's completely insane. We are getting married summer. The argument started over my wedding dress. I picked a very simple and traditional gown that was already discounted as it is an X-sample gown. My absolute idiot of a fiancé decided to post to a subreddit asking for opinions or more likely validation on whether was being unreasonable. My dress is under $1,000 but will come to around $1,500 with alterations. We have over $7,000 left over in our budget. That's another thing that seriously upset me, that he lied in his post multiple times. I make a much higher salary than him, so we agreed he would put $5,000 towards the wedding and I put in the rest, but why lie? Why ask opinions if you've skewed the details? I had absolutely no problem with this as he makes just above the minimum wage. The thread got way too much attention. I had already gone to my parents because I was angry about him calling me immature and shouting about me being spoiled. I also happened to find the thread shortly after he made it because not only did he use my real name, his throwaway was his real name followed by his alarm pin. He sent me a text saying that he wasn't the asshole in this situation and I just knew he would post it on Reddit. It's not the first time he's posted on Reddit about stuff, but nothing of this magnitude. Anyway, I don't know what to do. There are people online now claiming to be me and it's been shared on Twitter and Facebook and I'm just absolutely mortified. He got totally hammered last night and called my parents. My dad had to hang up on him because he was screaming down the phone and my mom was disgusted. I can't get my money back on the venue or anything. I recently started antidepressants because I've been feeling low, but now I just feel empty. This whole thing was about the cost of my dress and he suggested I use the Wish app to get an identical gown. First he refused to listen to me that Wish is garbage, but he also argued it to the death in the comments. I read every single comment in that thread and it was like being punched in the gut. I can't get over the odd lies either. He gave out my real name and is but lied about the age gap and budget. I am 23, he is 43. Admittedly he looks much younger, and for the first few weeks dating I thought he was in his early 30s. We also have only been together a year, not 2 years I think he said, and I'm starting to think this was all too fast. I need help, I need advice. I know I'm quite possibly pot calling the kettle by posting to Reddit, but I post here a lot usually anyway, and all the fake accounts claiming be me might throw him off anyway. I might be slow replying as I start work in an hour, thanks all. TLDR. Fiancé posted to Reddit to get opinions on the price of my wedding dress but used my real name and it all blew up. About people are creating fake accounts pretending to be me and he has devolved to calling me names and getting drunk and calling my family. He also lied about a lot of details in the post. How do I handle this calmly? Update. A few months back I was going to be married, and long story short things were called off. She wanted to end things, I didn't. And I feel like I've lost all of my trust in women. I don't want to feel like this anymore. I was dating someone called Isabel up until last week. She's really amazing and kind, but the second she heard about my ex and the fiasco that surrounded it, she ghosted me. And it's become a pattern. At some point, Northwest matter how close we're getting, they hear about it from a friend, it comes up somehow and they bail. I just want to know how to behave, or what I can do to make things work. My last girlfriend Casey, when she broke up with me, she said the issue was that I hadn't changed from who I was when my fiancé left me, but I have. I hardly drink at all now, my job is steady and I'm a good guy, but I think the issue is that I'm suffering from small town syndrome. Everyone knows everyone here, back ass words, little town it is. Please give me advice on putting this behind me. I am honestly desperate. My life was about to move towards a phase and now I'm stuck in limbo. I need a girl to fill that place so I can move forward with my life.